charge him on. I honestly don't know. Let's talk about it later. Right now we need to go. She peeked out the doorway again, then nodded at Evelyn and stepped through it. Holding in a curse, Evelyn followed. She squinted in the dim light of the hallway before glancing back. Wait, she told Jen, noticing bottles of bleach and other cleaning supplies in the cabinet. Maybe there was something in there they could use. But Jen must not have heard her whisper because she was still moving, and she was moving in the wrong direction, farther into the compound instead of back toward the exit. Evelyn hurried after her, running on her tiptoes to avoid clicking her heels on the wood-slat floors. A pair of sconces mounted on the walls and giving off less light than a 25-watt bulb cast shadows as she hurried forward. Grabbing hold of Jen's sleeve, she demanded, "Where are you going?" Jen tried to shake her off. "I'll never get another chance to be inside this place. We have to see what's in here." Evelyn gripped the older woman's sleeve tighter. "Butler wants to kill us. We need to get out of here. And we need a plan, because driving out the gate seems like a long shot." "I'm not leaving," Jen insisted. "I already told you. I'm not going to be the person who missed a thread inside our borders. This is my chance to get real intel on these people. And this is your chance to get a close-up look and give me a profile." "Damn it," Evelyn muttered as Jen pulled free and darted through the doorway ahead. Was this how her own colleagues felt about working with her? Evelyn knew she had a reputation as someone who wasn't a team player, and she could admit to herself that it was deserved. But Jen's tunnel vision was ridiculous. This was a really bad idea. Why the hell had she agreed to come with Jen? She should have left the prison, gotten some dinner while she wrote up her report about yet another worthless assignment, then gone home. She could have been asleep on the plane now, getting a little extra rest so she could stop by the nursing home where her grandma lived on the way to work in the morning. Instead, she was sneaking around inside a damn cult. Chances were, if they came across Butler without his more even-tempered friend, he'd use them as target practice. Controlling her frustration, Evelyn followed, still on her toes and cursing her low-slung heels. She couldn't leave another agent behind. When they turned the corner into a larger room, Jen thrust out her arm and blocked Evelyn from moving any farther. Jen put a finger to her lips and nodded toward the other end of the room. Evelyn blinked, urging her eyes to adjust faster. This room was even darker than the short hallway, but it was big. She looked around at the 3 large tables, the shelves stacked with canned goods, water, and MREs, and a big lockbox near the back. The kind of lockbox meant to hold weapons. Unnerving, but not exactly unexpected for survivalists who carried around AK-47s. She squinted at Jen, trying to figure out what she'd seen. And then she realized. Voices from somewhere beyond this room. Evelyn strained to make them out. "For bringing the supplies, Rolf," someone said. "Not a problem," Rolf returned. "I saw that Phoebe drive up again," the first guy said. It wasn't Butler, so Evelyn assumed he must be one of the cultists. She glanced at Jen, who was frowning at the slur. "It's taken care of," Rolf replied. "It's a sign," the first guy said, anticipation in his voice. "She's the first of them, isn't she? A Babylonian." Swear words lodged in Evelyn's throat, and she clamped her teeth together to keep them in, but she couldn't stop herself from shaking her head at Jen. The other agent's jaw had gone slack with surprise. This group was deeply mired in cultist philosophy. Taking a page from the Book of Revelation, they subscribed to the idea that the end times would be heralded by the arrival of Babylonians. It wasn't the first time Evelyn had heard of a cult twisting the Bible, claiming that Babylonians were law enforcement officials and a sign of the apocalypse. This was the clearest indication yet that they were dealing with a regular cult, and possibly one that would fight to the death to protect its land. "No," Rolf said, sounding exasperated. "She's an enemy, but she's been handled."